and never looks back. There's no slowing us down. At Jobs Ohio, our mission is clear: strengthen job opportunities and empower Ohio's workforce. Another reason why Ohio is now ranked the #1 state for business by CNBC. This is what unstoppable feels like. We did it together, Ohio. Our time is now. See Ohio's momentum at jobsohio.com/Ohio's time.
Are you tired of just being a number? Platinum Express in Dayton treats you like family because you are. Now hiring over-the-road company truck drivers, owner-operators, and teams. Platinum Express has no-touch freight ready to move with consistent miles and excellent benefits. Platinum Express has local drivers to assist with load delivery and real dispatchers who pick up the phone. Call Mina at Platinum Express today at 937-604-8250. That's 937-604-8250.
Transform your home in one weekend when you shop at Menards. Revolutionize your space with Pittsburgh's Revolution Interior Paint and Primer in one. It offers game-changing stain and scuff resistance in just one coat, making it perfect for any room of your home. Save big on Revolution Interior Paint and start your painting project today. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Hey everybody, it's Stephen A. Smith, and everyone knows my feelings on Cowboys fans. But really, Justin Kenner, you're a Cowboys fan and a Browns fan? Good Lord have mercy. I don't know what the hell to do with y'all. I really don't.
Exactly, Stephen A. He's been here for 10 years, and we're still trying to figure him out. The Justin Kenner Show, weekdays at 3 p.m., right here on 1410 ESPN Radio. You want hot takes?
No, I'm not going to apologize to Ryan Day. Everything we said about Ryan Day up into the playoffs was true.
Not bad. Come on, Kenner. You can do better than that.
To be fair, of all the elite quarterbacks in the NFL, Joe Burrow is the least accomplished.
Getting better.
1,000,000%. I 1,000,000% believe that the Dayton Flyers are afraid of the Wright State Raiders. That's why they come up with every excuse in the book not to play them.
There it is. The hottest take of them all. It's the Justin Kenner Show, presented by Frickers, live on 1410 ESPN Radio.
That's right. The Justin Kenner Show, presented by Frickers, here on a Thursday. 937-518-1410. That's the number to call and jump in on the conversation. We're getting prepared for week 2 of the high school football season. A week ago tonight, of course, we kicked off. I said tipped off. Got basketball in the mind too. We kicked off the 2026 season with the Battle of Kettering. Alter makes it 2 straight over Fairmont with their 14-7 win last Thursday. But we're back to Fridays. Every Friday moving forward, we'll bring you our ESPN Dayton Game of the Week. For those who are on the live on the stream right now on YouTube, check it out right there. Again, tomorrow, week 2, we'll have, of course, Wayne welcoming St. X tomorrow night. So we're looking forward to that matchup. Coming up tomorrow night, we'll have kickoff at 7 o'clock. College Football Hall of Famer Keith Byers and Adam Campbell will be on the call for that one. But yeah, I'm ready for high school football. College football kicks off this weekend as well. Week 0, if that's what you want to still call it or whatever. But Ohio State kicks off the season a week from Saturday. So of course, next week, the fact that we're already at this point, next Monday, next Monday night and every Monday night moving forward for the college football season, we'll have the Buckeye Roundtable. On Thursdays, we'll have the Ryan Day Coaches Show. That also starts next Thursday. So, and then a week from Saturday, Ohio State, they'll kick it off against Ball State for that 12:30 kick. And we'll have all of that for you right here on 1410 ESPN Radio. That's all of our Buckeye programming. Paul Keels, the voice of the Buckeyes, will also kick off every Thursday, the show. Every Thursday at 3 o'clock, the voice of the Buckeyes, Paul Keels, will hang out with us, and we'll talk all things Buckeyes and Big Ten football. Also, Jason Fitz from Yahoo Sports will talk all the top headlines in college football, Big Ten, Ohio State, and NFL. Jason's been a friend of the show for years, and excited to have him and Paul Keels as regulars moving forward. Football season finally here. There you go. Ron Howard says comedy's on tonight. The Browns play. Yeah. No Shador Sanders, no Deshaun Watson. The Browns will not play any of their starters tonight. Dylan Gabriel and Taylor Green will get the starts, or not the starts, but they'll get all the reps tonight. And you got to think one of those QBs is going to be cut. I can't imagine all 4 of those are carried. I mean, maybe the Browns carry all 4 because they're using the first 2 weeks of the season to kind of see what's going to happen with Deshaun Watson. But either way, that'll be. I'm not even going to say interesting. I don't care about the Browns preseason game tonight from that perspective. I told you I'm over the preseason in general. The last time I had the show, we were all reacting to what ended up not being a very big deal. Thank goodness. The injury, the injury scare, if you will, to Jamar Chase. Avoided a disaster there, but no big news out of Bengals camp at all. I want to open up the hour with Reds. Look, the Reds right now are out of it. We know that, right? But you look at the standings right now, they're a few games back in the NL Central, and by a few games, I mean 19 and a half. As far as the wild card is concerned, they had I don't want to say a big win yesterday, but a win yesterday. All right. 63 and 71 on the season, 9 games back in the wild card. But it was a big win yesterday, technically, because it wasn't that they won, it's how they won. You know, that lame, like it's not what you say, it's how you say it. That's how I feel about the Cincinnati Reds. It's not that they won, because wins right now don't really mean anything. I don't care. I mean, unless something absolutely insanely unlikely happens, the Reds are not going to make the postseason, right? It would take a miracle. I mean, we're talking about a team that has like a 1.8% chance of making the playoffs at this point. And we would never see anything that is so statistically unlikely to happen, right? Well, tell that to the Reds when it came to yesterday's game, because yesterday, of course, it was quite an experience for your Cincinnati Reds. As you know, they're heading to this matchup with the Giants, trying to avoid being swept. And the next thing you know, the odds are not in their favor. I mean, my goodness. I mean, they go on to beat the Giants 10-9, but they trailed the Giants by 6 runs heading into the 9th. I had checked out. A friend of mine, she had texted me saying, "Hey, are you watching the Reds game right now?" I was like, no. They were down big. They're down almost 20 games in the division, almost double-digit games back in the wild card. They were down big early. They've been getting their booties kicked for weeks now. So no, I kept trying. And then I'm on social media. Everyone's going absolutely crazy. What's going on? Well, it all kicked off thanks to a grand slam to cut it to within 1 in the top of the 9th inning by this guy, Eugenio Suarez.
And Suarez swings. There's a high drive, deep left field. Back goes Hill at the track, at the wall. It is gone.
Eugenio Suarez, a monster grand slam yesterday. Absolutely stunning the San Francisco Giant fans, they're on the road. But the Reds scored 7 runs in the top of the 9th inning to beat the Giants 10-9. According to ESPN Analytics, the Reds had a 0.3 chance to beat the Giants when entering the 9th inning down by 6 runs. Look, you honestly, 0.3 is almost impossible. I never would have bet one single penny that the Reds would have come back to win. In fact, I wouldn't bet one single penny that the Reds would score 6 runs in their next game, 2 games combined, much less 6 runs all in 1 inning. A monster comeback for the Reds. The most unlikely of unlikely scenarios played itself out. And what do the Reds win for it? Well, absolutely nothing. In fact, the Reds front office was so moved by Eugenio Suarez's grand slam that put them in position to come back. A big hit by Tyler Stevenson. The Reds come back and win it, right? The Reds were so moved by Eugenio Suarez's humongous hit. Suarez finally looking like the guy that the Reds paid him to come here to be, right? Well, it didn't take long, but literally hours after that game, after the Reds' miraculous, come from behind win in the 9th on the road against the Giants, Eugenio Suarez was made available on waivers. In fact, it wasn't just Eugenio Suarez. It was a 2-for-1 special because if you get Suarez, you could also have a chance to get TJ Friedel as well. The Reds placed Suarez and Friedel on outright waivers, according to Ken Rosenthal. So at that time yesterday evening, teams had 48 hours to claim Suarez, and you would have got Suarez for just about under $3 million for the remainder of the season. And you could have got Friedel for around $700,000 for the remainder of the season, which again, I don't know why. Suarez, I would understand if a team took a flyer out on him. I think that the millions of dollars part, I could see why teams stayed away. Friedel, I wouldn't touch. I'm a Friedel fan. I'm bummed that he fell off the way that he did. He was horrendous. They gave him such a long leash coming out of the All-Star break. He was bad. But the thing that's interesting about these two, although not surprising, maybe a little for Suarez, Ken Rosenthal did say that neither is expected to be back with the Reds next season. So there you go. So Suarez's final hit could have potentially been a memorable one, that grand slam that gave the Reds, who had a 0.3% chance of winning that game, put them in position to win that game, and they ultimately did. Now, an update on that. Again, last night, hours after that, they were made available on waivers. Both, according to Charlie Goldsmith, both TJ Friedl and Eugenio Suarez both cleared waivers. 29 Major League Baseball teams all passed on claiming Suarez and Friedl. They will remain on the Reds roster moving forward. So there you go. I am not surprised in the slightest that nobody touched TJ Friedl. I do look at teams who are in the mix right now for playoff spots to take a flyer on Eugenio Suarez. I mean, there is something about Suarez in Cincinnati. It doesn't work. You take him out of Cincinnati and all of a sudden that bat comes alive. I am surprised. Not having to give up any assets, not having to trade or do anything, just claim him off waivers. I'm surprised, knowing that this is a guy that hit close to 50 home runs a year ago, has been a shadow of himself so far up to this point, but could get hot at any moment. Now's the moment to get hot. If you're a playoff team or a playoff contender, I am surprised that nobody took a flyer out on him. But Suarez and TJ Friedl both remain with the Cincinnati Reds nonetheless. The Reds are off tonight. They will kick off a series tomorrow against the Chicago Cubs. Rhett Lauder is going to get the start tomorrow. Rhett Lauder will start game 1. Andrew Abbott will pitch game 2 on Saturday afternoon. And then, of course, Chase Burns, he will get the start on Sunday night. We talked about this. This is that night. This is that nationally televised game on NBC and on Peacock. Benetti's going to be on the call doing play-by-play with, of course, the Cowboy, Brantley, as an analyst. Joey Votto is going to be an analyst in that game as well, a part of the pre and the post and all that stuff. So a lot of Reds involvement with this broadcast, so I'm excited about that game on Sunday, but that might be the final game I'm excited about on Sunday nonetheless. All right, I'm Justin Kinner. It's the Justin Kinner Show with you right here on 1410 ESPN Radio. Again, no Reds baseball tonight. Reds Cubs tomorrow, 2:20 the first pitch. This is the final show, my show of the week, as far as that's concerned, due to the Reds preempting my show tomorrow. All right, good stuff. We'll step away for a few moments. A couple of things that were announced that I thought were interesting. The Pro Bowl, no more. You can still be named a Pro Bowler, but you will not have to go through the charade that was the Pro Bowl games, the Pro Bowl competition, the flag football game, the charade that was whatever the Pro Bowl had turned into. I'm glad that they pulled the plug on it. I hope the NBA is paying attention. We'll discuss that when we come back. Are you upset about the Pro Bowl, the plug being pulled? I don't think many of you are. Another thing that I found interesting on social media, the scoreboard ticker at the bottom on ESPN when you're watching college football and watching games moving forward, you will not see that scrolling ticker at the bottom moving forward. I am surprised at how many people are upset about it. I really am. Plus, Marcus Hartman with Dayton Daily News, shout out to him, by the way. He posted on social media. He got to go to the shoe, and they did a sampling of some of the new menu items that would be made available throughout the stadium on game day. And I'm telling you, when I go to a game, I just want a hot dog, a burger, nachos, maybe a chicken sandwich if they have it, a beer, pop, water. That's it. You don't need a big, heavy menu. I don't know why we have to get so elaborate with these menu items. Sushi at the shoe? We're not going to get sushi at the shoe, are we? We got a lot more to cover this hour, nonetheless. We got more coming your way. It's the Justin Kinner Show here on a Thursday.
Raise your hand if you're excited about feeling older faster than you should. No takers? Yeah, didn't think so. Ongoing pain makes you feel older than you are. But here's the good news. QC Kinetic patients here in Dayton are getting relief, feeling younger, jumping back into life full speed, and it didn't happen in an operating room. The QC Kinetic medical professionals use the latest regenerative treatments backed by real science, treatments that take the tiny, powerful healing tools inside your body, concentrate them right where you need relief. That's how Mike is training for a marathon instead of giving up running. Patrick's golf game is on fire again. Kathy walked around Disney with her grandkids. No pain. All real QC Kinetic patients. The sooner you start treatment, the sooner inflammation eases and the sooner joint damage slows down. Because no one signs up for feeling older faster. Find out if you're a candidate for QC Kinetic regenerative treatments. Your visit and consultation is free. 937-936-0325. That's 937-936-0325.
When getting the job done right is job one, you need construction equipment that's built right. From compact track loaders to the world's #1 selling compact excavator, the Kubota construction lineup features durable Kubota engines, more comfort, and the versatility to do it all and do it right. Visit your local Kubota dealer today. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Stop by Columbus Equipment in Columbus, Dayton, or Toledo to see their full line of Kubota construction equipment, or check them out online at columbusequipment.com.
Polking Bowling Centers are celebrating 75 years of family fun. Come celebrate with them August 31st through September 6th with 75 cents off all games of bowling and shoe rentals. Plus, check out their 75th anniversary package featuring a large pizza, a pitcher of soda, and 2 hours of bowling for up to 6 people. Let the 75 years of good times roll at Polking Lanes in Dayton on Wilmington Avenue, Polking Woodman Lanes in Kettering on Woodman Drive, and Polking Lane South in Centerville on Kings Ridge Drive. Small Engine Service Pros and Hustler Mowers work hard for you. Known for reliability, quality, and speed, they're as hardworking as you are. Hustler Turf has a wide selection of mowers like the Raptor X, Raptor XL, and Raptor XD models ready to tackle any job. Get $500 off minimum advertised price now through September 30th on all in-stock Raptor X, XL, and XD models at Small Engine Service Pros, 2030 North Dayton Lakeview Road, Route 235, New Carlisle. Online at sespros.com.
ABS, does that mean always bring snacks? TPMS, does that mean tiny potholes make squeaks? AWD, does that mean all wheels are dancing? No, that's not right. But here's the truth. Carroll Works Tire knows the real meanings and will keep your car safe without all the jargon. Carroll Works Tire, tires, service, and tire values you can count on. Find us online at c-wtire.com or talk to a real human at 937-461-5441.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-684-2297. 800-684-2297. 800-684-2297.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Do you or someone you know need a driver's license? Sign up now to get your testing completed at our Moraine Auto Title location. Hi, I'm Shannon Crabtree from the Montgomery County Clerk of Court's office. Clerk Foley is proud to team up with the Ohio BMV to be a designated testing location, perfect for new drivers in southern Montgomery County. Schedule your driving skills test now on the Ohio BMV website. Choose a location at 5552 North Springboro Pike. Testing fees apply. We even have weekend hours to accommodate your busy schedule. Just another convenient service of your Montgomery County Clerk of Courts, Mike Foley.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
Fall is here, and the Home Depot has everything you need for an outdoor refresh. Start with quick gardening projects under $20, like bright mums, planters, and mulch that make your yard a standout. Power through leaf cleanup with the Ryobi 40-volt HP leaf blower from the Home Depot. Clear leaves from driveways, patios, and sidewalks with ease, so you can get back to enjoying the season. Whether it's a simple weekend DIY or a bigger backyard project, Labor Day savings help you do more for less at the Home Depot.
Now, back to the Justin Kinner Show, right here on ESPN Dayton, 1410 Wing AM.
All right, everybody, we are back. It's the Justin Kinner Show right here on Dayton's ESPN Radio, 1410 Wing AM. 937-518-1410. That's the number that you can call and jump in on the conversation. St. X at Wayne tomorrow night. That is our ESPN Dayton Week 2 Gridiron Game of the Week. Adam Campbell and College Football Hall of Famer Keith Byers, they will be on the call, and we'll have that for you again tomorrow night, 7 o'clock to kickoff. You could stream it or listen to it live right here on 1410 Wing AM. I'm so happy football's here. Like, I'm in like such a better mood because football season is here. Content. I mean, it's content, more content. I mean, it's just so damn easy to talk football, which is why we opened up talking about the Reds, who are 20 games back. I got that. Someone texted in and said, I can't believe you opened up the show with Reds today. And I was like, yeah, my bad. I'll own that one. That's on me. My bad. Like, is what it is. But I guess we will talk football here. I thought this was interesting. The NFL, I'm not a big fan. When I grew up, I used to look forward to watching the Pro Bowl. It wasn't like it wasn't like the Super Bowl or anything, but like it was pretty cool getting to see, quarterbacks throw to receivers and hand off to running backs that just don't normally play together. We get to see here in this, Joe Burrow throwing to Jamar Chase is a cheat code. We know that, right? Like a lot of times, like you'll get a Joe Burrow and a T Higgins, type of thing. And that's no disrespect to T Higgins. It's a very good 1-2 punch, but like rarely do you see like Justin Jefferson, for instance. This is why, like, when you guys get mad at me, I'm always like one of those where Justin Jefferson's numbers are comparable to that of a Joe Burrow or to that of a Jamar Chase. So if Justin Jefferson's numbers are comparable to that of a Jamar Chase has Joe Burrow throwing the football, and Justin Jefferson has, fill in the blank. It's a rotation of quarterbacks. That's why I always go with Justin Jefferson over Jamar Chase, but we're talking 1A versus 1B. But the point is a lot of times you'll get those receivers that don't have that QB connection to bring the best out on both sides. Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase is a cheat code. All right. Justin Jefferson is a cheat code. He just doesn't have that partner in crime, for it to take off. Randy Moss was in Minnesota forever. I like Dante Culpepper, but Dante Culpepper was not the same as when you saw Randy Moss team up with Tom Brady. And, I'd say things went pretty well when Randy Moss and Tom Brady paired up as far as that's Marvin Harrison and a Peyton Manning. It's rare when you get those types of connections right now. We got it briefly. Tyreek Hill is no longer an elite level wide receiver, but you did get Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill together. That was, that was like the equivalent to Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. But like, you really haven't seen that elsewhere. There's good receivers, elite receivers throughout the league, but nothing like that. That to me, when you watch the Pro Bowl back in the day, that was what you kind of got out of it. You got to see just different things you never got to see before. No longer the case. Is what is. The NBA All-Star Game used to, watch teams, D each other up, actually care, show effort. Now it's a mockery of the sport. It's a mockery to fans. It's disrespectful to fans who pay premium ticket prices to go watch this. I think, even the MLB All-Star Game, that's the last remaining one that I think where they actually give some kind of effort, where they do give a damn. It was like a 2-1, or was it 2-1 or 1-0 for the All-Star Game this past year? It was a very low-scoring game. Whatever. But I still think that some of these All-Star games may have, I think they may have run its course. All right. So the NFL coming out and announcing that they are getting rid of the Pro Bowl, I think that was a smart deal. All right. They are axing the Pro Bowl games. They're still going to name Pro Bowlers. All right. The NFL is eliminating Pro Bowl games, instead shifting the focus to celebrating the honor of being a Pro Bowl selection. My problem with this is just scrap the Pro Bowl altogether. Pro Bowl games is a great start, but what's the point of being named a Pro Bowler if you're not going to play in a Pro Bowl game? We already honor the elite of the elite with, NFL All League honors. And now I'm questioning, okay, well, what does it mean? And I always thought it was silly to put so much, hype into being named anything like this, because the effort, it's embarrassing. The fact that the fact that Shedeur Sanders was named a Pro Bowler last year probably was the final straw. But, there's been so many bad football players that have been named Pro Bowlers that I just don't get it. Think about this. If we're going to continue to name Pro Bowlers, or NFL players Pro Bowlers, if we're going to name a all Pro Bowl team, what separates that from the all NFL league team, first team, second team, like all defensive team? Like what's the difference? What separates it? Right? I don't get it. Is it just are they going to shift towards just a popularity thing? I have no idea what to make of it. But the bottom line is, think about this. Like Shedeur Sanders just lost out. Like we all know how bad Deshaun Watson is. Deshaun Watson's bad. He's been bad. Capable of being good. We've seen him be elite. I don't know what's happened, but he's bad. Shedeur Sanders, who everyone says, oh, he should be the starter. Well, he should have been good enough to beat out him, and he wasn't. He wasn't good enough to beat out Deshaun Watson. But the bottom line is the fact that guy, and I watched him last year, and outside of a few electric and fun plays, he was not a Pro Bowl quarterback, but he was a Pro Bowl quarterback, and for the rest of Shedeur's life. As if this guy, think about it. I have never seen a guy do less and accomplish more. This is a guy that had, when you look at his record at Colorado, 1 game above 500, 0 wins against top 25 teams, no college football playoff appearances, an absolute loser resume across the board. Solid statistically. He has his number retired and hung up in the rafters at Colorado. Unbelievable. Has been horrible in the NFL. All right. Was obviously one of the biggest names and stories in the NFL, but has been horrible as far as, maybe it's the lack of pieces around him. I don't know what it is. You couldn't beat out Deshaun Watson, but he's going to go down as a Pro Bowler. This is a guy, again, 1 win above 500 in his college career, 0 wins against the top 25, no college football playoff appearances. Numbers weren't historically great, but he has his number retired and his name up in the rafters. This is a guy that has been horrific in the NFL so far, hasn't even played an entire 17-game season yet, and has already been named a Pro Bowler. Unbelievable. I've never seen a guy accomplish more while doing less. It's actually impressive. Maybe some jealousy involved in there. It's pretty impressive at the end of the day. But this is why I get annoyed when you get those writers and reporters out there who are like, oh, he's a 8-time All-Star, a 13-time All-Star, a 14-time Pro Bowler. All we do when we talk about the Pro Bowl is how much of a joke it is. All we do with the NBA All-Star Game is talk about how much of a joke it is. But yet, when it comes time to propping up the resumes of these athletes, we like to highlight how cool it is that they were named to these jokes of all-star type of events. It doesn't make any sense to me. Kudos to the NFL. They got it right. The NFL got it right. It is what it is. It was a flag football game. I think they started that in 23. They got a couple years of it. It ran its course. Good for the NFL for calling it quits. I still think it's silly to even name them, to name Pro Bowlers for an event that you're not going to play in when you already have all league selections. But is what it is. I've also said that I hope that the NBA is paying attention, because if you're the NBA and you look at the NFL and their decision to go ahead and pull the trigger on, pull the plug, if you will, on the NFL Pro Bowl, the NBA All-Star Game should really consider the same. Think about it. An All-Star event is supposed to be an event that highlights the best of your sport, and to go see the best of your sport. And you would think that if you're watching the most elite athletes, the most elite players of your respective sport out on the floor or out on the field, that you're going to see something really special. If you put all these special ingredients together, how do you get anything but an amazing meal? Well, the NBA figured out how to ruin that. So did the NFL with the Pro Bowl. But at least the NFL had the wherewithal to pull the plug on the Pro Bowl. I hope the NBA does the same thing with the All-Star Game. The All-Star Game in the NBA, the only thing it does is bring about negative press. It's how lazy the players are, how entitled the players are, how they don't try, how they don't care. They don't care about the fans. You have former greats who will go and speak to the athletes in the locker room in the pregame and talk about respecting the game and give an effort when you're out there, all while giving the middle finger to that said legend and going out there and not giving any effort. The All-Star Game, the only thing it's doing is bringing negative PR to your sport. I have no clue what the benefits of it are. And you could say money, but let's not act like the Pro Bowl games didn't bring the NFL money. There's always money to be made, and you can find different ways to make money out there. But you cannot tell me that the money that is made off the All-Star Game is enough to justify continuously getting bashed for 2 straight weeks, mocked and made fun of. At the end of the day, they need to pull the plug on it, just like the NFL just pulled the plug on the Pro Bowl nonetheless. I'm Justin Kinner. It's the Justin Kinner Show here on a Thursday. 937-518-1410. The text line is open. Or you can call that number one more time, 937-518-1410. I'm sure this is an easy one. Listen, even if you agree with it, I don't want to hear from you. Is there anyone out there that is upset that the Pro Bowl games have been taken away? Is there anyone upset about it? I can't believe, I don't think that there's anyone out there that actually read that and was like, oh, I'm kind of bummed. I'm bummed that there is no longer going to be a Pro Bowl. I don't think any of you out there are really bummed about that either way. Okay. So I don't have the pictures to share on here, but I thought this was interesting. So Marcus Hartman, shout out to Marcus Hartman. I've known him for years. He's with Press Pros Magazine. He was formerly with Dayton Daily News, but he covers Ohio State and all sports in Southwest Ohio with Press Pros Magazine. And so he was down at the shoe not too long ago, and he was sharing some of the food that is on display. Like the media can go down and they'll show you, they'll give you samples of all the food, the new food items, menu items that is going to be served to Buckeye fans at the shoe. And I'm assuming not just the shoe for football games, but you have your concerts out there and all that. I mean, 21 Pilots has a show in October out there, which is pretty cool. Buckeye Country Superfest, always go there every year. Love that. There's nothing better than a country concert in the summer at the shoe outside. Such a cool venue. But so they introduced some of the new menu items. And I'm sorry, but when I go to a game, all right, like when I'm sitting at home, I never crave nachos. I'm never once sitting, on my couch watching a game and think, man, I could really crush some nachos right now. Oh man, like I'm starving. Let's go get a hot dog, right? Like there's just some things like, man, I could really think about it. Have you ever been at home and said, man, I could really go for a pretzel right now? You've never once, nobody in their right mind has ever craved a hot dog sitting at home, a pretzel sitting at home, nachos sitting at home. All right. But when you go to a ball game, Great American Ballpark, a Reds game, a Guardians game, any baseball game, any football game, there's just a simple standard, easy menu option that you could provide for your fans. I don't think anyone would be upset going to a Buckeye game and the only thing that they have on the menu is nachos, hot dog, burgers, chicken sandwich, that type of, and your beers, and your pops and water, right? I think it's simple. I think it's easy. Less is more. Keep it moving. Have a bunch of burgers made, hot dogs ready, nachos, just a little cheese dispenser, just squeeze it over the chips and off we go. Popcorn. That's another one too. Some people crave. I've never once been at home, man. I could really use some popcorn right now, but the movie theater, sporting events, I can crush some popcorn. That's all you need. Marcus Hartman shared some of these photos on his social media about some of the food that is coming to Ohio Stadium this year. And they have little cups of mini ahi tuna. You can have mini ahi tuna at the shoe this year. Oh, and if you're really hungry and the line for the pizza or the line for the hot dogs and nachos is too long, don't worry. All right. Located in the field suites and premium suites, you could head over there and request some street corn deviled eggs. How unique would that be? I mean, some street corn deviled eggs. How about chicken lo mein? Please don't be the guy. Can you imagine being the guy that you're walking up the steps? Let's say you're in C deck because you're poor like me. Let's say that you're up in C deck, right? And you're walking up the steep stairs and you're also fat like me, so you're probably out of breath. And you look over, you finally get to your row, and you're like, hey, guys, can I get through real quick? And you're, excuse me, pardon me. And you're holding a box of ahi tuna, and you're holding a box of, the street corn deviled eggs. Have some pride, man. I mean, who goes to a game and says, man, I can crush some street corn deviled eggs? No. Man up, get some nachos, get a piece of pizza. All right, chicken fingers, something like this is insane. This is ridiculous. He said there's more. They have grilled peach caprese skewers. So there's that. There's smoked cheddar pimento cheese. Yes, exactly what I'm craving on game day is smoked pimento cheese at the end of the day. So there you go. I got a good kick out of that. I just can't believe that this is what, that these are some of the new menu items. I also get a kick out of like Great American Ballpark. They do a lot of the similar stuff every year where, they invite us over to go test some of the new menu items. And they're like, all right, there's going to be a new burger, or we're going to call this the LA De La Cruz burger. And, it's going to have 4 burger patties on it, separated by an onion ring in between, with some kind of pulled pork on the top. And we're going to use a lighter to toast the buns. And then we're going to put we're going to have his face smashed into the bun for the LA De La Cruz burger. And it could be yours for $36.99. Like, can you stop? Cincinnati, I don't want another sushi bar. I don't want another LA De La Cruz burger with his face burnt onto a bun with 5 patties and onion rings and pulled pork squeezed all in between. I mean, I want a winning baseball team. I don't want a heart attack. I want a winning baseball team. I hate when teams do this, when they come up with all these stupid, creative little menu items. I've never once said, man, I wasn't going to go to the Buckeyes game this year, but since they have that street corn deviled eggs, man, I can really, go OH it up, baby. Nah, I'm good. I'm Justin Kinner. It's the Justin Kinner Show here on a Thursday, 937-518-1410. And maybe I'm wrong on that too. Maybe you enjoy some of those fun menu items that are your non-traditional game day type of foods. But like I said, I always look at it this way. If I'm going to have a bunch of people over, I'm not going to sit here and have a bunch of sushi laid out for you to come over and watch the game. No, it's going to be your game day type of menu items. I don't want to go to a game and order sushi. I don't want to go to a game and get Mexican street corn deviled eggs. Okay. I just can't believe some of the stuff that was popping up on that menu either way. All right. I'll get to your responses more coming up here just around the corner. High school football kicked off last week, and I thought this was interesting. So coming up this weekend, all right, if you are a parent or you're a fan of volleyball at the Nutter Center, there's the Raider Invitational going on this weekend at the Nutter Center. And it involves Wright State, Santa Clara, Marquette. Those are some of your colleges, but it also involves a couple of local high school volleyball programs, Centerville and Bellbrook. I think this is pretty neat. So a recent rule change with the OHSAA has allowed the colleges and the volleyball teams to be able to play on the same floor, at the same location, same venue, same time, all this. So it's pretty neat. The Raider Invitational coming up this weekend, and we're going to be joined by Wright State's head volleyball coach to kind of tell you more about it. Centerville, Bellbrook going to be involved. First match is tomorrow, and then Saturday, varsity and JV matches are going to be held for both Centerville, Bellbrook, and then, of course, the college games in between and around. So pretty cool. I think it's a unique experience to have the local high schools involved with the local college. I think that's pretty exciting. We're going to talk about that with Travis Green, the head coach for the volleyball program, when we come back. It's the Justin Kinner Show here on a Thursday. Don't go anywhere.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Hey, Cordell Transportation is now hiring experienced Class A CDL drivers, excellent pay, benefits, and a $5,000 sign-on bonus. Apply right now. Online at CordellTransportation.com. Do it right now. Driven to succeed.
Fall is the perfect time to refresh and reorganize your space. At the Home Depot, find power tools and tool sets starting at $50 to help tackle DIY projects, home updates, and more. Whether you're drilling brackets to support new shelving or sharpening your hedge trimmer blade with an angle grinder, The Home Depot has the tools you need to check projects off your list. Shop Labor Day savings at the Home Depot and gear up for fall projects with the right tools to keep your projects moving.
On BritBox, your next hidden gem is right around the corner.
If you're going to be bold, here is the place to do it.
Get ready for Britain's most anticipated series, streaming exclusively on BritBox. Catch new seasons of favourites, including Ludwig, starring David Mitchell.
You want someone to get murdered?
And the eagerly awaited new adaptation of Agatha Christie's iconic detective duo, Tommy and Tuppence.
Do you think we're actually really good at this?
Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Watch with a free trial.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Bakery owners, you will be loved today. Every pastry will be flaky. Your cake will make a child's day. Your delivery van won't get sideswiped by a distracted garbage truck driver. But if so, breathe easy, knowing you'll get back to business quickly with Progressive protecting your commercial auto. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
If you need new roofing, siding or gutters, skylights or patio enclosures, if you're a homeowner or business and need someone you can trust, don't take a chance. Enhance with Lance. Lance Roofing and Siding has been satisfying customers since 1993 and hold an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. See Lance Roofing and Siding at their new location at 6903 Dayton Springfield Road in Enon. Call for a free estimate at 864-2722. That's 864-2722. Online at lanceroofing.com.
Now, back to the Justin Kinner Show, right here on ESPN Dayton, 1410 Wing AM.